What's up, guys? My name is Ben, and today I want to do a quick Patagonia river salt wading boot review. One thing I wanted to say was all the videos that were previously made in terms of reviews on these boots were very helpful to me. I am a total gearhead. I love all things Patagonia and many other brands. So that being said, I do extensive research before I buy them. I've been fly fishing for about 2.5 years now, and I have not settled on a boot, and I've had multiple pairs. But I finally pulled the trigger on the Patagonia River Salt wading boot, and I gotta tell you, I don't think I'm gonna go back. So that being said, I purchased these a couple days ago, and I had a volunteer opportunity to go and work with the DWR, Department of Wildlife Resources in Virginia, where I was stocking fish in a river. That being said, I got about 12 miles on these on day one. And I want to say all of the complaints, all of the reviews I read that were negative did not happen for me. That doesn't say they didn't happen for them. Certainly believe they did. But for me, these boots are incredible. So, like I said, I got 12 miles in them day one, roughly. And then finally, I want to talk about the performance of them. There's been some concerns I read about the nylon not providing good ankle support. When I cinch these down, I gotta be totally transparent. It almost feels like an ankle brace. Like, it is so good. The overall weight of the boot, another complaint that I commonly read was that they were very heavy. I did do some review on weights comparing other boots such as Orvis, Sims, all that. They do have some really light boots out there. But overall, I read the comparison in the best boot versus, the best Sims boot, the best Orvis boot compared to the best boot Patagonia's got, which they've only got 2 sets. And it's not that much heavier even on paper. That being said, I got out on the water with them, and they never retained water. They never felt heavy. Frankly, I forgot they were on my feet. They're incredible boots. Finally, I want to talk about the sizing. The amount of discrepancies that I have read, the confusion on the sizing, even with people clearly stating it, they're stating very different things. That being said, these were technically designed for, backcountry hike-ins or wet wading. I wore them with my wading boots, with my waders, my stocking foot Patagonia waders. I wore them with those for a few hours, and it was awesome. I switched over to Unisex wading socks, wore them as if I was wet wading. It was awesome. That being said, something I want to make very clear. I wear a size 12 shoe. I bought a size 12 standard boot. So I matched the street size of my shoe with the boot size I bought. There's words saying people should size up if you're wearing the stocking foot waders. People should keep their street shoe size if they're only wearing the Unisex wading socks. I did both and had no problem. One thing I would like to clarify is that with my Unisex wading socks, I sized down. Like I said, I wear a size 12 shoe. Technically, the size I'm wearing of the wading socks is going to be a max of an 11. I do that because I don't want any slippage while my foot is in that boot, or in the bootie, or in the sock. I don't want any slippage. I want it to be tight on my foot. If you fly fish a lot, you've probably experienced something I have, which is whenever you go out in the water, things tend to expand. It feels like you get a little more room. I don't want it to expand so much that it feels like a tube sock on my foot, it folds under or something, or gets a bunch up. I don't want that. I want it to be tight, form-fitting when it comes to my feet. That being said, if you're someone who wants to have, 2 fingers of space, definitely size up, because I don't have that. When I wear these with my wading socks or my wading booties, I have about a little over a half inch, 3/4 inch or so from the end of the boot. And that's exactly how I like it. That's how I want it. And finally, I saw a lot of reviews about shrinkage with these. Like I said, I wore them for about 12 miles in the water all day long. They were wet the entire day for how often I was in the river. That being said, when I took them out, they're completely dry. I tried them on this morning. They did not shrink at all. Zero. I think a big portion of that is these are real leather. It's not a fake material as many other companies are using, which is totally fine. But this is real leather. And if you let them dry in the sun, they are going to shrink. That is not these boots. That is the reality of leather. Frankly, if you just put boots, if you put leather boots just sitting in the sun for a day or two and they're completely dry even, they would likely shrink up because the moisture is going to dry out. That being said, Patagonia, thank you. I have been blown away by these boots and their performance, the sizing, and of course, if they break down, you send them back, you get them remade, you get a new pair of boots, take it from there. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, please feel free to throw those in the comments. I will be reviewing it